Welcome to VAR India News Hour. Massive e-commerce growth is expected during the festive season. The total e-commerce sales for the year 2021 is estimated to clock anywhere in the range of $67 to $84 billion, a significant increase from the total e-commerce sales of the last calendar year. The total e-commerce sales touched a mark of $52.57 billion in 2020, a significant 30% jump from the sales in 2019 that registered a total value of $40.44 billion. E-commerce sales during the festive season have been following a consistent upward trend for the last few years, and this year will be no different. Despite a multi-month lockdown, the growth has been persistent, and we expect to see the e-commerce retail sales clock between $11 to $14 billion during this festive season. Compared to last year, online sales during this festive season are likely to grow anywhere between 32 to 68%. With the global pandemic looming at large, e-commerce saw a whopping 66% retail hike during the festive season last year. In 2019, the total e-commerce festive sales accounted for $5 billion, which escalated to $8.3 billion in 2020 owing to limited offline services during the first series of nationwide lockdown. In recent years, electronics has emerged as the leading e-commerce category with maximum GMV share in total e-commerce sales for years 2019 and 2020. This is followed by fashion and apparel, food and groceries, furniture and appliances with an ever-increasing user base from Tier 2 and Tier 3 cities. In 2021, electronics will remain the category champion, followed by other major lifestyle segments. Going forward, e-commerce retail will continue to rise for the festive season of 2021 owing to the swiftly changing customer preferences and digital adoption by masses in the aftermath of a global pandemic. The numbers predict that revenue for digital commerce will continue to register a colossal year-over-year growth till 2026 and beyond. The festive season this year will contribute significantly towards this revenue growth, enabling D2C brands to make up for any losses they might have incurred during the pandemic. Let's look into today's headlines in VAR India. BharatPe unveils PostPay to address growing BNPL segment. BharatPe announced its entry into the Buy Now, Pay Later category with the launch of PostPay. The new platform provides credit to customers to buy now but pay later from anywhere. PostPay provides credit to customers. Customers can download the app from Play Store and avail interest-free credit limit of up to Rs 10 lakh. BharatPe aims to facilitate a loan book of $300 million on PostPay in the first 12 months for its lending partners. Sources said there is no annual fee or transaction charges on payments done via the PostPay app or card, the company said in a statement. NSO-owned Pegasus Spyware ended contract with UAE. The Israeli-based Pegasus Spyware said it had terminated its contract with the United Arab Emirates in the wake of a ruling by England's High Court that Dubai's ex-ruler hacked his ex-wife's phone using the software. Andrew McFarlane, the UK's most senior family court judge, said in his ruling that the Dubai ruler Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum used agents of Dubai and the UAE to hack into and monitor the phones of his ex-wife Princess Haya bin Al Hussein, her legal advisors and staff during an ongoing child custody battle concerning their two children using Pegasus software licensed to Dubai and the UAE by the NSO Group. Telegram gains over 70 million new users during Facebook outage. Telegram gained over 70 million new users during Monday's Facebook outage, Pavel Durov, founder, said, as people worldwide were left without key messaging services for nearly 6 hours. Facebook blamed its outage, which kept its 3.5 billion users from accessing services such as WhatsApp, Instagram, and Messenger on a faulty configuration change. The daily growth rate of Telegram exceeded the norm by an order of magnitude, and we welcomed over 70 million refugees from other platforms in one day, Durov expressed on his Telegram channel. Thales partners with Google for securing cloud services. Thales has partnered with Google to offer state-vetted cloud computing services for the storage of some of France's most sensitive data. The alliance between Thales, the French defense company, and Google fulfills the May government plan under which France acknowledged US technological superiority in the field. The French government said then that cloud computing services developed by Google and Microsoft could be used to store France's most sensitive state and corporate data, provided the services were licensed to French companies. Vineet Agarwal appointed as the CIO in Paras Healthcare. Vineet Agarwal has onboarded Paras Healthcare as the CIO. Agarwal was serving as head IT for SRL Diagnostics before joining Paras Healthcare. In this role, Vineet will be leading tech innovation, strategy and development, service operations and information security. Paras Healthcare Group runs a chain of multi-speciality hospitals with over 1,000 bed capacity in Gurgaon, Patna, Darbhanga, New Delhi and Panchkula under the name Paras Hospitals and Paras Bliss. That's all for now. Please like, share, comment and subscribe to VAR India News Magazine. You can download the VAR India app from Google Play Store and Apple App Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned. Thank you.